We're one person, one vote in this country. Every vote makes a difference is what we're told. It turns out that there are these 200 or so unbound delegates on the Republican side that have a lot more power than all of us do. Here's what it's all about. Take a look. It turns out that after months of primaries and caucuses and a record turnout with millions of people picking their choice for the next president, a group of less than 200 Americans known as Unbound Delegates could tip the scales at the Republican Party's Cleveland convention this July, and that makes them some of the most powerful people in all of American politics. So, what are Unbound Delegates? Do you know what an Unbound Delegate is?
No. No idea.
None.
No.
None at all.
No.
Not even a little.
No.
Not bound to any. Starts with a C, ends with an candidate.
Oh, candidate?
Candidate.
It's somebody who doesn't have to vote for the person that their district designates them for.
Each state and U.S. territory has its own mini version of the Republican Party, and they each make their own rules when it comes to allocating the delegates sent to the National Convention. And a handful of them, including North Dakota, Colorado, Pennsylvania, and Wyoming, don't require some or even all of their delegates to support the winner of the popular vote. Bottom line, these delegates are unbound from what voters say, and they can make up their own minds. I know what you're thinking. Why should we care?
I can't do anything about it for this election, can I?
No, but...
So, no, I don't care.
All right, schooled. I got schooled.
Democracy works when the mass people decide what they choose and what they want, and if we've got people representing us who aren't voting the same way we are, it causes a couple problems.
Here's why. If you define democracy as voters picking a winner, then this is pretty undemocratic. So if no candidate hits the magic delegate number of 1,237, the presidential pick of this small group of people becomes as important as the popular vote. So, who are these people?
I don't know any offhand. With full certainty, I don't know any of them.
That's what I'm saying. It's like hard to figure out who they are.
I'm sure there's a list somewhere, but I don't.
There isn't. We already know who a few of them are, like Curly Hoffman from North Dakota, who automatically gets to be an unbound delegate because of his position in the state party. But there are lots more who are going to come into play in the next few weeks as state parties hold conventions to elect the rest of these folks. I'm going to find them for you.
Thank you. You do your best.
And that's my new mission. I'm becoming a delegate hunter, hitting the road to track down and speak with some of these extremely powerful Americans whose vote could now matter a lot more than yours does, whether you like it or not. Chuck, so Donald Trump is hunting down all of these unbound delegates so that he can win the Republican nomination on the first ballot in Cleveland this July. I'm now going to go hunt them as well. We can find out who they are. I'm off to North Dakota tonight. I'm going to Wyoming. We're going to Colorado and Philadelphia after that. Super delegates too. They better watch out.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you're going to some interesting places. So enjoy that trip. North Dakota's convention may matter more than Wisconsin's primary on Tuesday once we get to Cleveland. Jacob, nice work.
All right, so that just gives you a little information regarding unbound delegates. And in my opinion, the system is rigged because you got on the GOP side, you got these unbound delegates. And then on the Democratic side, you got these super delegates. So really, is it going to be the will of the people that are going to win out? Or is it going to be favors being exchanged, especially with the super delegates on the Democratic side and what the unbound delegates on the GOP side are promised? That ain't democracy.